Hey everyone, Pupsker here, and what is the future of RuneScape? So recently, with the release of Old School RuneScape Mobile about last year, we saw a massive rush of new players. But here's the thing, how is RuneScape going to keep growing, or is it just gonna kinda like calm down and chill out from now on? Well, let's go over what we think might help it, because I think RuneScape's probably gonna chill out for a while until it does maybe one massive update, something akin to like a mobile release level. And we'll get to that as well, don't you worry, don't you worry. I think some obvious things that are coming in the future for in-game content is more raids. People like PvM type content, they think raids are interesting, they're fun little tasks for people to do. They can get really good and do them solo. Like, I think they're a good challenge, and people really like raids, so chances are we're going to see a lot more of those, or at least one every 2-3 years, something along the lines of that. High chance of more skilling bosses / mini games that kind of work like bosses. Like, I know Wintertodd, I believe, counts as a boss, but I count that as also a mini game. Blast Furnace, you know, things like that. Motherlode Mine, it's not really a mini game, it's just mining, but in its own little thing. Things like that, skilling bosses in that sense, and mini games like that. More skilling content, but bosses, you know, kind of like the new farming boss that came out. And, you know, for that, more bosses in general. We had Hydra boss come out. We'll have more bosses in the future. And you know what? That's okay. People really like PvM. It's obvious that right now the focus of Old School RuneScape is on PvM. Like, there's no doubt about that. It's purely PvM based. They've really been like somewhat ignoring skilling, but at the same time not, because they try to bring PvM into skilling. So it's probably helping that out a ton too, and I think that's pretty interesting. And then finally, the obvious yes is new skills. They're trying for warding right now, right? We're trying for warding, and that's going to come out, so that's an obvious yes. But I feel like RuneScape will have to have more skills down the line, like even more. If it doesn't have more skills, it will eventually just die out. It's going to have to find other ways to continue on. And these skills might just be like maybe skill reworks, you don't know, but oh well. And then what I don't think is going to happen, no big PvP updates. Like, right now they polled some PvP changes, but there were 5 questions on the poll. Half of them weren't even like related to PvP, so I think Jagex just knows it can't really throw resources into PvP because people don't like PvPing. The funny thing about PvP though is people like watching PvP. That's why people like Torvesta is very popular, you know? He's actually the only PvPer I watch. I don't actually look for PvP content. But it's not surprising. I know there are other PvPers and they do really well. Is Camp Q a PvPer? Spark Mac? I don't know. So a lot of people do PvP. It's just they watch it. They don't actually play it themselves. So that's a weird thing. I don't think Jagex wants to focus on things people watch, not play, but it couldn't hurt, right? I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know what they'd want to change with PvP, and I'm not a PvPer, so oh well. I don't think they're going to refresh a lot of old content. Like, we saw them refresh old content with the current update that just happened. I can't remember. It wasn't like Current. It was Hasidius or some crap like that. I'm not 100% sure just because it's not an area I'm too familiar with and I haven't looked into the update. Again, I'm a little preoccupied with Motherlode Mine in the background over here, trying to get my goddamn gold nuggets for a mining bag. Or, sorry, bag of coal. It's taking forever, okay? I've been at it for a while. And I just want to chill out and do something else, but that's another time. Stream in the background, by the way, if you couldn't tell. It's all stream content, so check me out at twitch.tv/Pupsker. Thank you. So, yeah. I don't think they're going to add an authenticator delay or a security refresh. I don't think Jagex knows what the fuck they're doing in that regard, so I think, just plain and simple, we're not going to see that. People are going to keep getting hacked. I think they might do small fixes and things like that, but not a huge overhaul in authenticator stuff and security. Maybe authenticator delay, but I don't think a security upgrade, let's say. And now, here are the wildcards, the fun ones. I think they should release a console. Fuck it. Not a console, but they should release it on console. Imagine RuneScape, old school RuneScape on PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. It could work with Switch, okay? It could definitely work with Switch, but we need it on everything else. Come on, game devs, come on. You can do it, Jagex. I believe in you. They aren't gonna do it, no balls. No, that's way too impossible, but it'd be amazing to see, just for lulz. And I think another wild card would be a prayer and special attack rework. Not like evolution of combat or anything like that, but just a rework to how prayer and special attack really works. Cause, I don't know, it seems like the way prayer now intended, it obviously it was never meant to be that way, it was a bug, prayer flicking, but I think they should start adding just a second timer, like to the milliseconds for prayer instead for prayer flicking, and I think they should change how it interacts, but I don't know. I'm not smart enough to come up with that, and I don't know quite what a special attack rework would look like. Maybe if your special attack was like 3 or 4 separate attacks that might do more damage in different instances, but I don't know how that would work either. But I would say that's at most what it would have to be, right? You don't want to have a whole toolbar with 30 attacks. That doesn't work for RuneScape, right? Evolution of combat, thank you. And finally, right, a new attack skill. Holy shit. Would you imagine if they added something like beast, or like okay, let's just go with summon. Let's call it summoning, right? Because that's relatable. Imagine if they added summoning to the game and that was an attack, not a skilling skill, but an attack skill, where you summon animals to attack, and the animals have different attacks, right? Like they have 1 or 2, I'd say 2 special attacks maybe, that maybe one does a little poison, one does cheeky little fire damage, maybe one stuns for half a second or a second, or like 4 ticks, you know, things like that, right? So, come on Jagex, you can do it, no balls. It's the end of this video. I just wanted to make a cheeky little commentary video because I got a little bored, man. I was streaming today. All the content in the background, Motherload Mine, that was on the stream. So honestly, my streams are going to be pretty chill and skilling for a while. So nothing too important over here. So if anyone liked the video, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.